What's up everybody, my name is Koen from Ovalo. In today's video we are going to explain sexual market value, aka SMV, and we're going to explain to you like what it is and how to improve it. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe and hit the bell if you are interested in a free video profile audit, so it can tell you like the things that you need to improve for your profile to get better matches, to get better dates, all that kind of stuff. So let's just jump into it and get started. So what exactly is sexual market value? And as the name might imply, it's how attractive you are based on the market that you are in, the demand that there is for somebody. So what that does mean is how attractive are you on the dating market. Now, this is not an exact science at all. This is very person dependent and it has a lot of different variables, but we're creating this model for you so you can figure out where are you standing currently. This is a little bit of a critical model. You might end up too low to what you would compare yourself in, but it's also like very dependent on like what you rate yourself. Let's jump into it. One thing that you should keep in mind is that this is very person subjective. Let's say you're a guy and your girlfriend might think you're an 8, but her friend might think you're a 6. So it's very dependent, and don't get stuck up on this thing and don't be thinking about this 24/7 or be like, oh my god, I'm a low rating and now my life sucks. Another big point is that this is very much improvable. In a lot of different factors you can improve immensely. There is a limit to the capacity that you can change, and some things you cannot change. It is how it is, but there are so many different areas that you can max out on that the amount of people that I know that have maxed out on all these areas is 0. So like just keep that in mind. Like even if you cannot change subject A, you can change subject B. By the way, this video focuses only on guys, so we're discussing the sexual market value for guys. We're gonna have a separate video that talks about the sexual market value for girls, since this is a lot different. So let's go into the schedule and the rating. So here you get to see an overview of the different areas that we are talking about and the different areas that you can get a rating on. There are others, but we'll discuss them in a little bit. And this is not an exact science, but this is a rough estimate of your sexual market value. The first point is face. This part. For your face, there are a bunch of things that are important, and it's the feature that you get to see the quickest. So when we're talking about the face, the amount of fat in your face is very important. What it's gonna do if you have a lot of fat in your face is it's gonna like make you more puffy, your jawline is gonna vanish, your cheekbones are gonna vanish. What else is important is your hair. Your hair has a massive improvement on the way that you look. Preferably you need to have hair. That's the most important fact. But when you have hair, it's important that you style it correctly and get a haircut, so you don't look like you're in a goth band, you know? Like if you have like super long hair and you don't even wash it, don't take care of it, then you're even getting into like the minus areas, you know? So that's not very good. So another feature about it is the beard. Most of the time girls like when guys have some facial hair, so cleanly shaven often doesn't really work on guys. Okay, two big other ones are your teeth actually. So how straight are your teeth, how wide are your teeth, like how visible are your teeth, like those kind of things. Those are important. There are also ways to improve this. And the last one is acne. How many pimples do you have on your face? How does your facial texture look? Are you glowy? Are you dried skin? Like skin can be a major issue. It's also for girls, since girls are also kind of like focused on it. But what you need to realize is that having like pimples, visible pimples on your face is definitely not gonna do it for you. With face you can get from like a -3 all the way up to a +2, and this is very depending like on so many different factors, like how does your face look, the build of your face, the chin, like jawline, cheeks, and this stuff we just named. So those are all it's hard to say just randomly like, oh, you're gonna be this and this and this when you have hair or you don't have a pimple, you know? So yeah, that's the thing with the face. Next one is body. It's about the gains. That's what we're talking about. in general, what you're mostly talking about is like how much muscles does a person have and how much fat does a person have. Like being too skinny and too low in fat, like when you have like extremely visible six pack, sometimes it can fuck up your facial structure because like you can have like a zombie face. Older guys definitely have that when very low fat percentage. But on the other side, if you are obese and your face is fat and your body is this, you're gonna lose out on a lot of points as well. Being overweight is one of the biggest killers to your score, to your sexual market value. Like in the same way with girls, like girls don't want fat guys and guys don't want fat girls. Like there is like this feeder here and there that's gonna get laid, but that's about it. Being skinny is also not good. Like you get a bunch of shit from people from that. So when you are skinny, that's also like a minus. So at least be average, preferably go to the gym. But you can go pretty high up with if you have like very good biceps, shoulders, like six pack. Like you can add a lot of points with that. And the way that's done is like go to the gym and eat clean food. Like that's how you actually reach that point. So that's fully in your control overall. Another two factors that are related with your body is one, how wide are you? Now this is also depending on where you are. Some places they like it when you're wide. And another one is tattoos. Now tattoos overall, they add to your look. But what you actually need to take into consideration is it doesn't mean that's always the case. For example, long hair is another perfect example, something that some girls like and other girls they hate it. Same goes with tattoos. Okay, with your body in general, if you have an extremely good body, you can get up to a 2.5, and when you are extremely obese, you are looking more towards like a -4. So you can get a lot hurt with being overweight in the dating market. Now this is the one we're currently at, is the thing that I personally hate the most. Like it's not that I'm performing bad in that area, it's just this is the one that is just the most difficult to change. We are talking about your height as a guy. This is an important thing, but it is not something that you can easily change. There are ways to hide it, there are ways to change it a little bit in some regards. Well, mostly hide it. That's mostly the thing that we're looking at. Yeah, so you can see like the minuses and the pluses that you're gonna be getting. I'll discuss the things that you can potentially do. Is there are soles that you can put into your shoes. So with these soles you can actually gain, I believe, like up to 2 inches. So you have the ability to raise it up a little bit by picking the right shoes and potentially getting in soles. But are you gonna move from like 5'2" to 6'2"? No, you're not. Like this is not an unlimited amount of gains that you will be getting. So I wish I could change this, but it is what it is. You know, like we're not here to lie to you. You know, another way actually to make your height less of a big deal is actually to go to a country, or if you have the option, right? Like, I'm not gonna pretend everyone has the option, but if you are in a country where they're in general just shorter people live in, for example, Thailand or Southeast Asia, in general people are just smaller in those places though. So that would be a good option. If you are not very tall and you're like, hey, I want to be a little bit more taller, go to a place like that. Next up is another one that's very controversial and not something that you can change, but it is the ethnicity that you are having. And this is also very depending on the location that you are, like very depending. So on the screen you will see like the difference, like pluses and minuses. In general, white/Caucasian is the best one. The worst one is Asian or Middle Eastern. Those two are the worst one. But then, for example, if you're African American, that's very depending on the location. Like some locations you are actually scoring very high and other locations you're scoring low. So that depends as well a lot on where you live. So you can even manipulate that and live to a place like where that's a plus. What else you can do is, or what are other options is if you live in a place where you are the only one. So even maybe like let's say 50% wouldn't like you, but the other 50% that likes you, it's like you're unique in that location. Like that's also something that's an interesting thing that you can do with ethnicity. The next one, which is a little bit hard to categorize, but is very important, but it's still important, is the one of image. With image, we're talking about a lot of different things, like what kind of lifestyle do you have, like who do you have around you, like how do you vibe, how do you behave, but also things of like what's your job, you know, like what are you doing. The categories that we have here are like amazing guy, cool guy, average guy, a nerd, but also like a weirdo, you know, like that's like the bottom of the pit. Like if you would be like in high school as the person that everyone would stay away from, like those have the lowest in image, you know. Like their image is just the lowest, but like the top guys in the image level are the people who are entrepreneur, but also like pro athletes, like those kind of guys, you know, like people in general that have money, that have a cool lifestyle, that can supply also a cool lifestyle for another person, you know. Like if you're just sitting at home all day, which I'm currently doing, but you're just sitting at home all day just working, like that's not the most attractive, you know. And then you just have an average person who just have a nice 9 to 5, who goes on holiday once a year, twice a year, you know. That's just average. There are also like things that kind of like hurt you. We talked about the weirdo before. Another one is when you are like more of a nerd type. This can also be beneficial because some people really like that, but there's also a ton of people that are like, averagely speaking, it's not very much a benefit. Like if you're doing Dungeons and Dragons, if you're playing gaming, like girls complain a lot about guys that are gaming, so that's like a negative, you know. Like if you spend your time not in the gym but playing computer games in like an internet cafe, like you see which one is the most attractive for a girl. It's pretty obvious. So in general, like when we talk about cool guy, is your general the most popular one in your circle of people that you hang out with. Like you're maybe like an average guy who has some cool hobbies and a pretty decent job. So that's what you need to think about when you're talking about a cool guy. And then a normal guy is more like the normal person that you hang around with. This is also an area that you can improve a lot. You know, you can start a business, you can get new friends, you can go travel. Like there's a shit ton of things that you can do and can improve that will boost your image, therefore boost your sexual market value. It's just, if you are an interesting person that has amazing, interesting life, people are like, oh, that looks cool, you know. If your Instagram is like popping with travel photos and all kinds of photos doing your cool shit, that's way different than your Instagram not even posting because there's nothing worthy to post, you know. So yeah, that's what you need to think about. And the last one that we are talking about, something that's a little bit subjective, but also not really, because you can ask every girl about their opinion, is style. The last one is style. So what we're talking about with style is things like what you're wearing, you know. Do you know how to dress? Do you know that you should wear a shirt that actually fits you and not a shirt that's like oversized as hell and like you cannot even see your body in it, you know. Like having a good body doesn't really matter if you wear an oversized t-shirt or an oversized jacket, or what's the name, hoodie, if you wear like a massive hoodie, you know. Like who cares about your muscles and your six-pack if you cannot see it? So it is very important with style that you wear clothes that fit you. But style also comes down to other things, like do you know where the nice places are. Style can also be like the way that you behave, you know, like a bit of like the swag thing. Like style is overall mostly clothes, but for example, if you have clothes with holes in them, and if you haven't bought clothes in the past year, you probably know that you're pretty low in whole tier of like style, you know. Like girls are also interested in style, so therefore it also matters as a guy. But it's also nice, you know. Like if you wear a nice watch, like there's a ton of things that you can do as a guy to improve your style. Another thing that you need to take into consideration is it doesn't have to cost you a gazillion bucks. Like wearing nice clothes is not extremely dependent on your wallet. Like you can buy a cool shirt for 10-20 bucks. It used to cost more, but nowadays there's so many stores that you can buy good looking clothes that you can, normally companies could sell for like 200 bucks, they can sell them now for like 40 bucks. And now you even have the internet where you can like spend endless time on finding the exact thing that you would want. And if it doesn't fit, you just send it back. So there are 100 methods to increase your style. So the range with style is a little bit less big. With style, we're talking about like going from a -2 to a +2. It's still 4 points, right? Like if you currently have holes, If you look at yourself and you have a hole in one of your clothes, then you know your style is low, right? So if you would have some money laying around, you can invest that into getting a proper style, which also helps a lot with photo shoots, online dating, all that kind of stuff. Massively important. Another important thing to take in consideration is your age. Let's say you are someone who is 22 years old. If you're a 22-year-old and you are attracted to someone who is 25, the 25-year-old female is probably gonna compare you as a 22-year-old guy to someone who's like 30, because she's probably attracted more to people that are 30. As a guy, in general, you peak around age of 38. So if you are below 38, which I am and a lot of people are, realize that your peak is probably not there yet. Like, you're gonna make a lot more money in your life, you're gonna buy awesome clothes, you're gonna become a cooler person, you're gonna do amazing trips. Like, there's so many things in store for you. You can improve your body like a gazillion times, you know. There's so many things that you can improve on, and like, just realize like you're not gonna do it overnight. There's very few people who are turning 20 and having everything figured out. Very little. Very, very little. There's even little amount of people that are like below 30 that have everything figured out. I myself have not everything figured out. So that's the reality. It takes a lot of time to get an amazing body, to get a cool business, or to become a pro athlete, to spend time and money on your style and that kind of stuff, you know. So there's a lot of opportunity there. And age is a big part of that. Like, if when I was like 20 years old, I was fucking around with a gazillion things that were not optimized and that were not amazing. And two, like, my target audience was, if I could get an 18-year-old way quicker than I would be able to get like a 25-year-old. So you might be like an 8 in the eyes of someone who was 18, but you might be like a 6 in the eyes of someone who's 25. That's what I'm getting at. Another thing that can make things exponentially better, and what you can really use massively and what attracts a lot of people, is money. Like, with money, like, you can be ugly and fat and and have a very bad style, but if your fat ass is sitting on a yacht, it's probably pretty easy to get a girl, because she will be attracted so much to the money. So the more money in general you have, the more it attracts girls. Does it attract all girls? Definitely not. There's also a limit to the type of girls that you are going to attract and stuff like that. So it's not like a cure-all, but it definitely helps a lot. The other point that we are getting at, which is also massively important and can boost everything a gazillion times, is fame. If other people know you, if you are big on Instagram, if you are on TV, like, there's a ton of reasons why fame works very well for you. Like, if you would be on a date and some guy comes up to you and be like, "Oh my god, it's so nice to meet you, can I get a quick autograph?" The girl will be like, "What the fuck, who the fuck is this guy?" So if you want to experiment with that, you should definitely do that, because that will make a funny clip. Anyway, so like, fame is very important. It just accelerates everything and you just get a bunch of points extra. It's crazy. Another thing is that you can improve your SMV in two ways. Actually improving it and improving your perceived sexual market value. So one way to improve your perceived sexual market value is to just take better pictures. Just take more pictures, get a professional photographer to do it, because those things are massive when it comes to increasing your sexual market value. Okay, what I want you to do is not worry about your current score and your current sexual market value, because chances are you're below 30, so you have enough time and energy that you can put into actually improving your sexual market value. There's so many things that you can do. Don't stress out about it. There's no need. Like, just try to become a little bit better every day. Like, for example, with me, I started working out a year ago. Like, I was like minus 0.5, and now I'm gradually building it up. I'm definitely not happy with my body right now. I'm okay with it, but I definitely want it to be at a better stage. So just slowly work on it. Same with business. I'm totally not happy with where it is exactly right now. In the future, probably will be. You know, so it's something that you should work on day by day. What you should be doing is looking critical into the mirror and be like, okay, what is not yet optimized, what is not out there yet, what can I do and should I do something to actually become a more attractive person for the other person. So you're gonna get a little bit similar to the type of person that you are. So you need to take that into consideration. So if you are not happy with the types of girls that you're getting right now, improve so in the future you can get better types of girls. Because there's a limit to like how good you can talk. Definitely with online dating. I mean, if you're not very attractive and your online dating profile is not very attractive, she's not gonna match you. That's definitely a reality with looks. Looks matter. That's the reality. Now I already gave you some examples like how you should improve your sexual market value to be able to get more attractive people, but it also changes your life in general. Like it also gives you a lot of benefit in your day-to-day life. But in my upcoming course, I'm gonna have like a giant chapter about all the different things that you can do and how you can do it. I'll go into depth about like how to improve as a person into the different areas, because it's massively important and not enough people talk about it. Well, that was it for this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are interested in the free video profile analysis done by me, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button and comment so we can get into touch and I can do one for you so you can start your journey on improving your profile. I hope you guys enjoyed it and see you in the next one.